We've got the most fuel-efficient, non-luxury subcompact crossovers.
Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
And if you like this, it would be great if you could subscribe. Also hit the like button. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cover the small SUVs. And there are kind of a couple of different categories we're going to cover. Plug-ins, hybrids, then gas models. But gas models, Andrea, we're breaking them into two different categories, right?
Yeah, because some of these vehicles are only front-wheel drive. They have smaller engines, and they're just smaller in general. So obviously, they're going to get better fuel economy than something that's bigger, like the Toyota Corolla Cross.
All right, so we're going to start with gas, and we're going to start with front-wheel drive.
In number 3 spot, it's the Kia Soul. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder matched to a CVT with 147 horsepower. The official EPA rating is 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 30 miles per gallon combined.
The second most fuel-efficient front-wheel drive crossover is the Hyundai Venue with a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder and a CVT. Just 121 horsepower, but good fuel economy. 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 31 miles per gallon combined.
And the number 1 front-wheel drive pick is the Nissan Kicks. It has a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder with a CVT and 122 horsepower. It gets a combined 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers. That's 33 miles per gallon combined.
So of the top 3, the Kia Soul is the most practical in shape. It's really just the kind of a box and fairly roomy. So yeah, there's some small front-wheel drives, and these things sell incredibly well.
My favorite is the Nissan Kicks. When we reviewed it, I really enjoyed it. It doesn't have a ton of horsepower, but boy, it's priced well, and it gets great fuel economy. One thing is, their front-wheel drive, for winter, I would just say put a great set of winter tires on and you should be good to go.
So these are compact car replacements. The biggest category for many years were cars like the Corolla and the Civic, and people say, I want a crossover now. So they packaged basically front-wheel drive compact cars into utilities, and that's what they're selling up. So right now we're going to get into honorable mention. There's just one other front-wheel drive vehicle that didn't make our top 3. This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit canadadrives.ca to learn more.
The Toyota CHR. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder with a CVT and 144 horsepower. It gets 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 29 miles per gallon.
So just some terminology here. These small crossover vehicles are called small and also subcompact. So they really are the same thing. Now we're getting into the all-wheel drive versions. Fuel economy won't be as good, but often you get more power.
First up is the Subaru Crosstrek. This is the larger engine of the Crosstrek, the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with a CVT and 182 horsepower. It gets 8 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 29 miles per gallon.
So number 2 is actually a tie. So there's 2 cars in number 2, and the Subaru Crosstrek reappears in second spot, but with the smaller engine. The base engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder, also with a CVT and 152 horsepower. It's rated at 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's just under 30 miles per gallon combined.
Tied for second is the Hyundai Kona with a 2-liter 4-cylinder and a CVT. It has 147 horsepower, 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers combined, and 29.7 miles per gallon.
And the number 1 most fuel-efficient gasoline all-wheel drive small SUV is the Toyota Corolla Cross with a 2-liter 4-cylinder and a CVT and 169 horsepower. It's rated at 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's just over 30 miles per gallon combined.
So I would say that we're both surprised that there's 2 Subarus with 2 different powertrains making the list.
Yeah, and we did a top 5 small SUVs, our list, and number 1 we chose the Crosstrek. So it's got great packaging, it's got, you know, a great design, and now confirming amazing fuel economy, and there's no wonder they sell so many of them.
Yeah, and this CVT definitely contributes to that. You see that even with the Toyota Corolla Cross and the CVT.
All right, let's get into some honorable mentions.
First up is the Mazda CX-3. It's only available in Canada, no longer in the US, and it gets 8.1 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 29 miles per gallon.
Next is the Kia Seltos with 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 29 miles per gallon combined.
The Hyundai Kona with the turbocharged 1.6-liter four-cylinder. It gets 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 29 miles per gallon.
And our last honorable mention has two different names. In Canada, it's called the Nissan Qashqai. In the United States, it's the Rogue Sport. It's rated at 8.3 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 27 miles per gallon combined. Now, we are giving you the EPA numbers. And remember, where you drive, how you drive, the time of year you drive will affect the outcome of fuel economy, especially when you factor in a turbocharged engine. So that Kona with the 1.6-liter turbo, if you utilize that 195 horsepower and all that torque and you run through the 7-speed dual clutch, you're going to use a lot more gas.
For sure. And type below. If you own any of these vehicles, let us know what the fuel economy is that you're getting. Some have been writing in from our other fuel efficient vehicles that we've done. They've said, oh, I get much better fuel economy than the EPA. We want to hear that.
So the next two categories, hybrid and plug-in, it's kind of slim pickings. A lot of them are in larger vehicles, but here we go.
There are just two hybrids in this category. One is all-wheel drive and one is front-wheel drive. Let's start with the one that's coming soon, the Toyota Corolla Cross. It has a 2-liter four-cylinder engine matched to an eCVT with 194 combined horsepower. It gets 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 37 miles per gallon. You might be interested to know that the RAV4 hybrid gets better fuel economy than the Corolla Cross hybrid at 6 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 40 miles per gallon combined.
And the only other hybrid available in this class of vehicle is the Kia Niro, but only front-wheel drive. It is a 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine and a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission and 139 horsepower. Check out the fuel economy. Just 4.6 liters per 100 kilometers combined. That's 49 miles per gallon combined, just under 50 miles per gallon.
That fuel economy is incredible. And there's a new Niro coming. We look forward to driving that one and doing a review.
So two new hybrids. The Niro's coming and the Corolla Cross. So it's good times if you want to save some fuel. Can you get one? That's the big question.
I think the biggest disappointment is Honda not bringing out an HR-V hybrid. I would have liked to have seen that.
I would bet it's coming.
I'm sure it is, but it would have been nice to have it come out now.
Yeah, I think they're going to do the gas one first, and then probably a year later they'll do the hybrid, but fingers crossed it comes. All right, now we get to a very slim pickings, the plug-ins.
There are two in this category, but there's a catch with the first one. The Subaru Crosstrek plug-in hybrid all-wheel drive is available in Canada, in Quebec, and in the US. It gets 2.6 liters equivalent per 100 kilometers combined. That's 90 miles per gallon equivalent.
And the Kia Niro returns for the plug-in category. It's rated at 2.2 liters per 100 kilometers equivalent. That's 105 miles per gallon equivalent.
So there you go, the most fuel-efficient, non-luxury subcompact SUVs. We really hope the series that we're doing on fuel-efficient vehicles is helping everyone at a time when gas prices are through the roof.
You want to really help, Andrea? Help them find these cars.
Oh, I know.
The good news is people are reimagining smaller, more fuel-efficient vehicles. And that's the big takeaway. The smaller the vehicle gets, the smaller the footprint is when it comes to the size of the engine, and even going to front-wheel drive will save you money as you go through. And the other good part about that, the smaller you go and you go to front-wheel drive, they're less expensive to buy.
Yeah, for sure. And in the end, all of these subcompact vehicles, as they bring out new models, are getting just a little bit bigger, so you might be able to get away with a smaller crossover.
All right, that's it for this one. If you want to follow along in the future, it'd be great if you could subscribe and hit the bell, and then you'll get notified, of course. And you can also do what on Instagram, Andrea?
Oh, follow me on Instagram. I give a sneak peek of what's happening on the channel. It's Motormouth_Andrea.
See you in the next one.